The Void-class destroyer Prometheus materialized at the edge of the Kepler 442 system, its quantum engines cooling from the impossible journey across the galactic arm. Captain Elena Vasquez stood on the bridge, watching the tactical display populate with hostile contacts. 17 hegemony cruisers, their sleek forms bristling with plasma cannons and graviton disruptors. "They're broadcasting on all frequencies," reported Lieutenant Torres, his fingers dancing over the communications console. "Standard hegemony warning. Unauthorized vessels will be destroyed." Vasquez smiled grimly. After 3 centuries of exile beyond the galactic rim, humanity had returned to find their former worlds occupied by the very aliens who had driven them out. The hegemony, a coalition of 6 species that had united under the banner of galactic stability, had spent those centuries convincing themselves that humanity was extinct. They were about to discover how wrong they were. "Open a channel," Vasquez commanded. The view screen shimmered, revealing the imposing figure of Hegemony Admiral Kethvar, his 4 eyes glowing with barely contained fury. The Zentaurans' scaled hide had darkened to the deep purple that indicated extreme agitation. "Humans," Kethvar hissed, his translator rendering the alien words with mechanical precision. "Impossible. Your species was cleansed from the galaxy centuries ago." "Cleansed?" Vasquez raised an eyebrow. "Is that what you told yourselves?" "We prefer the term strategic withdrawal." "We've been busy, Admiral." Behind the Prometheus, space began to ripple as more ships dropped out of quantum fold. The hegemony formation, impressive moments before, suddenly appeared pathetically small. Humanity's exile fleet had grown from the original 1,000 vessels to over 50,000. A armada forged in the cold void between galaxies, tempered by resources stripped from dead worlds and powered by 3 centuries of focused rage. Dr. Marcus Webb, the fleet's chief xenobiologist, stepped forward. His research had been crucial during the exile years, studying captured hegemony technology and biology. "Admiral, perhaps you'd like to know what we learned during our absence?" Kethvar's membrane-covered gills fluttered nervously. "Your threats mean nothing. The hegemony commands." "The hegemony commands 17 outdated cruisers against a fleet that spent 300 years preparing for this moment," Webb interrupted. "We know about your neural inhibitor chips. We know how your FTL drives create quantum signatures. We know the genetic markers that make Centaurans susceptible to synthetic pheromones." The alien admiral's confidence visibly cracked. During humanity's exile, they hadn't simply survived, they had evolved. Their ships now incorporated technology that made hegemony vessels look like antiques. Adaptive hull armor, consciousness-linked targeting systems, and weapons that could rewrite matter at the subatomic level. "You have 30 seconds to withdraw from human space," Vasquez announced. "This system and 12 others are hereby reclaimed by the United Earth Colonial Authority." "Human space." Kethvar's translator struggled with his increasing agitation. "This system has been hegemony territory for 300 years, Vasquez finished. "Congratulations on keeping it warm for us." The hegemony formation began to move, but humanity's sensors had already mapped their every intention. The Prometheus and her escort vessels didn't even need to fire. They simply activated their gravitational manipulation arrays, creating localized space-time distortions that rendered the enemy ship's weapons useless while simultaneously preventing them from achieving FTL escape velocity. "Your choice, Admiral," Vasquez said calmly. "Withdraw now, or we demonstrate just how much we've learned about Centauran physiology during our exile." The seconds stretched like hours before Kethvar finally spoke. "The Hegemony Council will hear of this." "Oh, we're counting on it," Webb smiled coldly. "Tell them humanity sends its regards. Tell them we're taking back everything that was ours. And tell them that 300 years in the dark taught us patience, but not forgiveness." The hegemony ships began their retreat, quantum drives spinning up in desperate haste. As they vanished into fold space, Vasquez turned to her crew. "Set course for Earth," she commanded. "It's time to go home." The galaxy had spent 3 centuries believing humanity was gone forever. They were about to learn that some fires, when properly tended, burn hotter than stars.